This is practice 1, and let's write up a small and simple VI that calculates the total score and the mean score of the three inputs. So on the left side, if you want to create the numeric control, click on the right button, and then this is the numeric control, so you can just click numeric control and then just place anywhere, and then let's make this variable name is test1 variable. And as you see that if you make this numeric control on the right side, the block diagram, you see that each corresponding icon will appear on the block diagram. And we have to make a second variable, so click on the right button and numeric control, and then place it. And let me change this one test2. And then you can make another variable. You can just click on the right button, or maybe you can easily copy and paste it. So select this one and control, and then while I pushing down the control key and then just dragging out, then you can actually copy and paste the same numeric control. Okay, let me just try it one more, and click, and while you're pushing down the control key and then just drag it out, then you can just make a copy. So now we created test1, test2, test3 numeric control. Then we want to display the output to the indicator. So you click on the right button, numeric, and this is indicator, numeric indicators. So now this is total score. And then you can also make another indicator that display mean score. So I can just copy and drag down while you're pushing down the control key, and then I will make this one as mean score. Okay, now the difference between the control, numeric control and indicator. The numeric control, you can see the small arrow button on the left side, so you can actually change the button. You can change the numeric number by clicking this arrow, but indicator doesn't have it. Because we don't need to change any number, because this is just output variable. Okay, so now let's make the logical programming on the block diagram. Okay, so in order to make a total score, we have to add these three test values. So in here, if you click on the right button, you can see, let me see the right button here, and you can see this kind of function palette. Okay, then in the function palette you can see the numeric folder, and then click the numeric folder. You see the add icon here, so you can just click and drag onto the block diagram, and you just click your output node and connect to the input of the add icon, and then you can add this test 1 and 2 together. And then in order to get the total score, we have to add all three numbers, so we need one more add node. So I just drag the add onto here. So plus test 1 plus test 2 should be added to test 3. So you can just click and then just connect the arrow, connect the line. And then this total output is the total score, so you can just connect this one to the total score. Okay, now how about the mean? In the mean, we have a functions to compute the mean. However, you can easily compute the mean by dividing the total by 3, right? So I want to use the divide here, so this is divide. So just click and then move that icon to here. The total number, the total score is this line. So all the informations about the total score value, just carrying out this line. So you can just tap anywhere and then just drag that line into here. I want to divide the total score by 3, right? So this one should be just constant value. So if you go down the function palette, there's a double precision numeric constant here, or this is numeric constant or double precisions. So let's just click this one and then bring it this one. Then you can double click inside and then just type 3.0 and enter, and then you can connect this constant value to here, so which means total score should be divided by 3. Then the output is connect the mean score. So let's go back to the front panel. Now you can just type any number, just a random number. Okay, it could be fraction number as well. Then I just type any number. Okay. After that, if you run, so this is kind of run button, so if you run it, then you can see the total score and the mean score of these 3 numbers. This is practice 2, and this one we control the knob, and then as we move around this control knob, the value that you set will be displayed on this gauge or on this slide, the vertical slide. So I'd call this is control because this is what we control, and then this gauge or slide belongs to indicator because it just display whatever the user sets in the control. So in the front page we have to make a control, so go to this numeric, and then this is knob control, and click and drag, and you can change your size by dragging this kind of points. So let me make this a little bit more bigger, and then you can also change the limits. So right now by default the 10 is the max, but if you want to change the other max, you can just click and then you can change this one to, for example, 100 and enter. Then it automatically change all the scale. Then indicator, you go to the numeric indicator, and then your indicator is a gauge here, so click and I dragged on here. This is gauge. Again, the gauge has a limit up to 10 because our control has a limit up to 100, so let me change this one is 100 as well. And then I want to add another indicator, which is slide, the vertical slide. So maybe this one, vertical pointer slide, and this is indicator, so let me just take this one, and then this is kind of indicator. So now let me just connect, go to the block diagram, and then let me just connect this one. So whatever you set your control, I want to connect this information to gauge itself. So, and then also slide itself, but at this time we want to divide the control value by 2, so it goes to the divisions here. So divide is under the numeric folder, so divide. So I want to divide whatever the control value from the knob, so I can connect this one to one of the input node, and then this one should be divided by 2, so I need to find the constant value. So this is constant value, so you can just drag this constant value, and this is 2. Or the simpler way to create the constant is move your mouse cursor to one of input connector and right click. So if you click the right click, you see the create constants. You can click create constants and change number 2, and then the output of divider goes to your slide. So we can connect all the informations here. So now I can just move around my knob and run this is a run button, this arrow is a run button. So now whatever the sets in the knob will be displayed in the gauge, and slide is half of your gauge value. And if you look at this run button, there's only run button, and this is run continuous button. So if you click this continuous one, this is keep running, which means whatever you change the knob, you can the output in the gauge and slide in real time, because this program is run continuously right now. And if you want to stop it, you can just click this aberts execution. This is a practice 3. In practice 3, using the 2 switch, we're going to turn the LED on and off. In here, only when you turn on the both switch, the LED is on. Otherwise, LED won't turn on. So right now we have to use the logic. In order to make a 2 switch, both switch on, make LEDs on, we have to use AND node between switch 1 and 2. So let's go to the LabVIEW. So first we have to add the 2 switch. So in here the switch is on and off, so it's kind of Boolean control. So there's a button here, so this is vertical toggle switch. So let's just drag it, and let me make this one a little bit bigger. And then I call this is a switch 1. So let me change the label, and we can just copy and paste again. So I just click this one, and while I pushing down the control key, then I just drag it out. So this becomes a switch 2. Okay, then let me add the LED output. So this is Boolean output. So this is round and square LED, and so put the LED light here. So let me make this one is bigger. So as you see that, as you move your mouse cursor on top of the LED, the icon will change to like a hand like icon, so you can turn in, turn off manually, but this is indicator. So in here on the block diagram, then we can just bring those kind of logic operation. So in here under the programming folder, there's a Boolean folder here. So this is a Boolean folder, and then there's all the logic operator icon here. So this one is AND. So this is AND node. So right now only the 2 inputs are true, the output is true when you use the AND node. So this is we connect switch 1 to one of input of AND node, and connect switch 2 to second node, and then we can connect this one to the LED display. Okay, so everything is a Boolean variable. Okay, so these are Boolean variable. And then let's try. So right now let me try to run continuously. So run continuously. So 2 switch are off right now, so LED is off. But when I just try to turn on, so this is still off. But when I try turn the switch on, then LED is on. Okay, otherwise it's off. In practice 4, we are going to create a VI that we get the 2 string from the users and complete 1 sentence that include 2 inputs. So in here we just get the information about name and age from a user, and then we just display this string. So right now let's try to make a user control for string. So there's a string folder here. Then there's a string control, string indicators. So you can drag the string control. And then let's change this variable name as name. And then we have to also add the age. But at this time, we just get the information about the age as a string, not number. So this is age. So this is still string, not the number. So if you look at this block diagram, the icon that corresponds to name and age has a different color. This is purple. So this purple color represents these are string data type. Okay, then we have to combine this one to make one sentence out. So now let's make a string indicator here. So this is full kind of sentence. So let me make this one is a little bit longer. And then this is string output. Okay. So we have to concatenate these kind of strings. So in this function, okay. So if you cannot find this function panel, you can just click on the right button. So if you click the right button, you can find this function panel, okay. And under programming, there's a string folder here, okay. So every functions related to string are inside this folder. And then there are many different functions here. So concatenate string, string subset. So let me bring the concatenate string here. Okay. So now we want to create this person name is this age-year-old. So the name should come first. So this is name first. And then I have to add another string is, right? So I need concatenate more than 2. So in that case, you can just expand this one as you want. Okay. So let me expand a lot. And then the second character should be is. Okay. So I have to add the string constant. So I just move my mouse cursor and then click the right button and create constant. So this one should be just one blank and is. Okay. So I just double click, and then I purposely put a blank by pushing the space bar is and push the space bar to add a blank. Okay. So this second constant has a blank and is and blank. Okay. And then I have to add the age as a string. So I just connect this one, the third input, and then blank years old. And then so right now we don't need many strings, so only 4 string characters. So I just add another string constant. So let me bring this one to the bottom. So in here I just double click and then blank, I just push the space bar, years, and space bar old. Okay, dot. So we just concatenate all the string, and then we just display it to the string indicator. So now let me try to run, and then let me put the name. So John here, and then age is 20. So if you put the 20 on into the age, the control string, then now the name and age are displayed on our final indicator here. So let me change the age as 25. And the reason that this one looks like a 2 line because I pushed the enter button. That's why. So when you change the age, you can just click outside, then you can see this has a one line sentence. In practice 5, we create a VI that replaces a specific word with a different word in the entered string. So in this example, I live in America, and we just replace America with Canada, for example. So I think this is simple as well. So we have to first create the string control. So this is string control. So this is input sentence, for example, input sentence. Let me make this one is a little bit longer. And then output sentence should be our indicator. So this is control, this is indicator. Indicator is for displaying your output. So this is output sentence. And then make this one is a little longer, okay? Then before I make a programming, let me just write down the example sentence. Okay? I live in America. Okay. Then in here, I want to replace the country, the America, with another country. So as you imagine, all the functions related to string is under this string folder. Okay, so if you look at this all the functions, there is a replace substring. Okay, and this is a search and replace string. So right now because we want to replace America with Canada, so I need to search that country name and then I want to replace it. So let me use this search and replace string function. I just move this one to there. So as you hear, there's many input nodes. So if you just move your mouse cursor, you can kind of read what each input node expect you to connect to. So first one is input string. So I just connect this one to the very first input node. This is input string. And the second one is search string. So what do you want to search? I have to search the country name, America here. So I have to find, I have to put another constant into my second input here, which is search string, and third is replace string. So in the second string, so I need to connect one constant string. So I move my mouse cursor, click on the right button and create constant. So in here, let me just say America. So I want to search this string from my input sentence. And the third is replace a string. So I want to replace this searched string with this replace the string. So click right button. This is should be Canada. Okay. So this is my third. And then this is offset. This is another another functions. So let me just move my output sentence to this is result string. I connect my result string to there. Okay, so let me see whether this one works. So if I run once, so now you see that the America was searched and that string, searched string, was replaced by Canada. Okay. In practice 6, rather than we make a program, we try to decorate our front panel. So as you see here, let's say we have a 2 knob control, this slide control, and these are like a Boolean button, and this is another like a click button. So let's say in our program requires our user inputs from many different like input control. Then sometimes you want to organize them into a different functionalities. So such as you place this one on the one like a square box. You insert the slide into the small like boundary square. So this is a more looks much better. So we can try to decorate this one. And in here, let me first try to just make many different like input control. So let's say Boolean, we have a knob control. So this is a numeric knob control is there. So this is knob control, and then let me try to copy and paste the 2 knob control. And then if we have like the vertical pointer slide or horizontal slide pointer, so let's just add this slide control. And then let's add some boolean inputs. So this is push button, so you can turn and on and off by pushing this one and on and off. Okay, and then we can have like a button, like a toggle switch. Okay, so this is toggle switch. And then we have another button. This is vertical slide switch. So let's say we have this many input function, input control. So let me make this one is a little bit bigger. And then we have a OK button. So let's say this is OK button. So let's say we have many different like control things. So let's not worry about this block diagram. Okay. So in here, if you want to make this a little bit look nicely, then you can use, like for example, select some of the control, and then you can rearrange everything using this align object. Okay, so if you want to make everything is aligned from the top edge, so you can just click. So in that case, these three are aligned from those top. And then if you want to distribute this one is equally horizontal center, and then let's try to just distribute equally. So I want to distribute three inputs evenly, and likewise I want to also work with this one too. So I want to align this one to center, vertical center, something like that. So using this is align object and distribute object. Maybe you may be familiar with some PowerPoint function. We have a similar function in PowerPoints when you arrange many objects when you make a slide. Okay, after that, if you go to click on the right button on this front panel, you can see this control panel. Okay, then there's a decoration folder here. This is decoration folder. So there's a lot of decorations. So if you want to just click on the control and decorations, and then let me just pin out. So in these decorations, again, I just click this one, and then once you click this one, you can see these decorations. So in here, I want to just bring all the decoration you want. So for example, I want to use vertical smooth box. So I want to place the two knob on top of the vertical smooth box. So I click this one and then just drag it out. Right now, my smooth box is on top of the knobs, and right now this one should be under those two knobs. So do you see this small icon? So do you see this icon here? So this is reorder icon, okay, in the menu bar. So after click this one, you go there, reorder kind of menu icon, and then click and move to back. Okay. So in a case, you can actually change the layer of the order of layer of each object here. So this is my box controller, and then I want to add raised frame and for the slide. So I just click this one, raised frame, and then just make a little bit bigger. So I think this is good. And another one is like for example, I want to place all this kind of button in the recessed box. So bring this one to here, and then just to make a drag out again. So everything is now this raised recessed box is on top of three icon. So click this one and then go to reorder and then move to back. So in a case, I can place everything underneath these three. And then what else? Maybe this OK button. So in a case, let's use flat frame. So I can just drag that out. So when you design your front panel later using those kind of decoration object, you can actually separate or organize each different control units depending on different functionality. So this is much looks much better. In practice 7, we are going to make a VI that converts Celsius to Fahrenheit. In this example, in the user control, we take the temperature as degrees and displayed it out as a Celsius. Okay, so this is Celsius to the Fahrenheit. We have to make a one knob and display knob as well, and using this formula. So this is formula that converts the degree in Celsius to degree in Fahrenheit. So let me make user inputs. So this is knob control. So let's make this one is a little bit bigger. And then we have to take a temperature in Celsius, right? So right now we have to maybe let's try to our maximum to 100 Celsius, which is the boiling temperature. And I want to display it out as Fahrenheit as indicator. So this is gauge indicator. So make this one is a little bit bigger here. Okay, so this let me just change the degrees. This is Fahrenheit and this is degrees Celsius. Okay, so I want to change this one and then I want to display it out as Fahrenheit. Okay. So this is a degree in Celsius. So we're going to use the conversion factor. So conversion factor is Celsius times 1.8 plus 32. So we're going to use the numeric operation. So now in the programming there's a numeric folder. So I want to multiply this user input with 1.8. So I just click on the right button and create constant 1.8. I have to multiply it, and then I have to add 32 with the results of this multiplication. So I have to drag this add on here. And this is add 32, this is 32, and that's exactly the Fahrenheit. Okay, so let me see how it looks like. So in here right now I just changed this one is 25 and 36, but it doesn't change at all because my max is only 10. So let me change this one to 200. So now when I change this one in Celsius, so in Celsius 21 degree is about 70 in Fahrenheit. Okay, vice versa. Now sometimes when you use the knob, let me just abort execution. When you use the knob, sometimes you don't know what exact variable you set. So in that case, you can display the number in the numeric number along with this knob. So if you click your icon, your control, and then try to click on the right button, and there's a visible item here. You can make a digital display output along with this control units. So if you click this one, you can see that this digital output as well. So this is actually associated with each other. It's not a new one. It just shows the digital output. So for example, if I run this one, you can see that digital output exactly as you move your mouse cursor the knob. Okay, and this one too. So this is just displaying indicator. So you can click on the right button. There's a visible item. There's a digital display out. So you can just show this output as a digital number instead of this knob, okay, or gauge. So if you just change this one now, you can see that or the analog number change or digital number change altogether. And click. So so far we've done many practices here. So when you actually run your program, there's a two option, the run once, and this is run continuously. Okay, but I prefer to use the run once instead of run continuously. This is actually forced to run continuously, but if you run once, then you cannot see the output in real time, right? So if you change after this one, you run once, then you can see the output. So in order to make this one looks like a run continuously, let me show you an alternative way to run your output looks like in real time. So in the block diagram, there's many different functions. So let me just show you how we do that. So in the under programming, there's structure here, and there's a while loop here. This is a while loop. So let's try to drag the while loop, but I want to encompass everything using this while loop. Okay, so this box is a while loop. So as long as the condition is met, this is continuously running. Okay, but because I put everything inside the while loop, I have to create one conditions so that when I want to exit the while loop, I have to exit. So that's this button here. So this is actually a loop conditions. So I want to just move mouse cursor in the loop conditions, click the right button, and let's create a control. Okay, let's create control. So this is stop button. So now if you just create the control for the loop, then this control stop button is appear on your front panel. Okay, so from now on, if you run only once here, this one is kind of run continuously because every block diagram, your programming code is inside the while loop. So while loop is keep running right now. After that, if you want to exit this program, instead of pushing this kind of abortion execution, this is forced to stop. Now you have your button to stop. So if you click this button, then everything is kind of exit. So I think this way is much better than you try to run continuously. So when you quickly check whether your program is running smoothly or properly, you can use the run continuously. But eventually you may want to place everything inside the while loop if you want to run continuously your program. This is assignment 1. In assignment 1, we want to solve the quadratic equations. And now, let's say if you want to solve this equation, we want to get the answer for x. So this quadratic equation has coefficients as a, b, c. So these are like equations. So using these equations, let's try to make a VI that solve the x value for any quadratic equations. So you have to actually give a, b, c for any example, for any quadratic equations. Then depending on different a, b, c, x will be different. Okay. And the other note is that this is quadratic second order quadratic equations. So x, the answer should be 2. That's why we have a plus minus here. So let's try to make a VI to solve the quadratic equations. So the quadratic equation requires 3 coefficients, a and b and c. Okay. So in this example, our a is 2, b is 5, and c is minus 3. So now ABC can change depending your quadratic equation. So let's take ABC as numeric control. So this is A, okay, and this is a B. The second input is a B, and third input should be C, okay. So I just copy and paste using the control, pushing the control key. This is a C, okay. And then in our example, A is 2 and B is 3 and C is minus 3, okay. And then we can simply use the the B is a 5, I'm sorry. So we can simply use the equation. Which equation? This equation, okay. We use this equation. So let me just copy and paste these equations for your reference here. So our x value is minus b plus minus square roots b squared and so on. So there's some operations are required. So now let's try to just implement these operations. So b should be a minus 1, so which means we have to multiply minus 1 to make a b as a negative value. So in this one is multiplications. So this is multiplications of b, but I want to make this one as a minus b, so I want to multiply minus 1. So this output is minus b, and then I have to add the plus, okay. But before that, I have to compute this second term, which is square roots b squared minus 4ac. So first I have to compute the b square. So the b square is, so let's say this is a minus b. I just double click. So the output of this one is minus b. I just if you double click on anywhere, you can just add the text box for your reference. Then the b square, I just multiply. I need another multiplication term. So let's say this b, I connect this one to the b here. If I multiply the b with the same b, so which means I just tap the wire from the b line, and then just multiply this one. This one should be b squared. This is b times b, right? And then after that, I need to compute the 4 times a times c, right? 4 times a times c. So let me just bring the multiplications here. But right now, instead of using this one, because we have to multiply 3 things, 4, a, and c, so there's a compound arithmetic here. So this is compound arithmetic. So let me just erase this one. And then right now, this is, you can just drag out, and you can just change the number of your input. So I need a 3 input. And then instead of a positive, I need to change this one to multiplication, okay? So which means I can multiply 3 input all once. So right now I have to multiply minus 4 and a and c. So let's say this is a, and then I need to multiply c, and then this is minus 4, so I just create constant and minus 4. So this is actually minus 4 times a and c, and because I multiply minus 4, in order to complete the second term, I have to b squared plus and minus 4 times ac. So now let's try to add. So this is add. So I want to add b square, this is a b square, and I want to add this one, minus 4 times a and c. So and then I have to put this one under square roots. Okay, so where is the square roots? So we have to find search. The search, I click the search, and I try to find square roots. So I can see these square roots function under numeric. So I double click. Oh, so square root is there here. This is square root. So I just bring this one to there. So this b square minus a 4ac should be squared. Okay, square roots. So this is square roots. So this is actually second term. So my first top part, the numerator is minus b plus, and the second term. So right now this is minus b and this is second term, so I have to add these two. So this is add. So this is the minus b. So let me just move this one. So this is minus b here, and then I have to add, first add the second term. This is second term, so I just add. Okay, so now this is your numerator. Okay, and then this numerator should be divided by 2 times a. Okay, 2 times a. So let me move everything is a little bit left here so that I have more space on the right side. And then I have to divide by 2 times a. So let me multiply a with 2 first. So this is a. So I tap the wire from the a. A should be multiplied by 2. This is 2. And then after that, this is denominator. Okay, so this is numerator, this denominators, and then you divide. And then I just divide this one with this one. So this is your first answer. Okay, so now on here I want to create the indicator, numeric indicators. So let's say this is x1. Okay, this is x1. So your x1 is from here. Okay, this is my x1. So if you run, now my first answer is 0.5, but this is a second order quadratic equation, so you have to expect the second x came from the minus here. Okay, so right now our second one is x2. Let's say make output x2. So this x2 came from first minus b minus the second term. Okay, so that means in here we just drag the subtract. So this is subtract. And where is minus b? Minus b is this line. This line is all the minus b. So I just tap the wire from the minus b. And then I have to subtract the second term from minus b. So where is the second term? This is my second term here. This is second term. So I have to subtract this one from minus b. Then divide by 2 times a, right? So you just divide this one, and your second term is your denominator is 2 times a, so that's the same as this one. So I just tap the wire from here, from this one here. So this is divided by 2a, and then connect this one to x2. Okay, then let's try to run. So your x1 is 0.5, x2 is minus 1.75. So this is your answers for that quadratic equations. This is assignment 2. In assignment 2, we are going to create a VI that converts seconds into combinations of hours, minutes, and seconds. So in this example, 45,609 seconds is 12 hours, 41 minutes, and 30 seconds. So how can we create this VI? Hint is you use this function, quotient and remainder function. So if you just plug whatever the time into this function, this one just gives you remainder and quotients. So if you, for example, if you divide your total time by 3600 seconds, the remainder becomes your hours. So let's try to do this one. So first, we have to create the user numerical control, that's time. In time, let's say 45.6. Let me just try to make the same as our input, 45690 time. Then I want to actually divide the time into the, actually this is a second, okay? So let me just put second. So I want to divide into the hours and minutes and the seconds. So I have to create the 3 indicators. So this is first hour, and the minutes. The second one is minutes, and then seconds. Okay. Then if I want to rearrange this one nicely, I want to just align this one. I want to use like vertically evenly distributed. Okay, then in the block diagram you can use quotient and remainder. So this is quotient remainder under math, okay, folder. Okay, so you can just drag this one here. Then our total time should go connected to this one. Okay, first one here, and I just connect this one. And then if you divide your time with 3600, okay, actually 3600 second is corresponding to 1 hour. Okay, so which means after you divide the time with 3600 seconds, the remainder becomes your hours. Okay, so that's why I just connect this kind of remainder to the hour indicator. Okay, this is hour. After that, in order to compute the minutes, whatever the answer, I have to use the quotients and remainder once more using this output from your first quotient remainder. Okay, so I just connect this one to the second quotient and remainder functions, and this time I want to divide this one to with the 60, because the 60 second corresponds to a minute. So the remainder is the minute, and then the leftover is just the second. Okay, so this is connected to second like that. So now maybe it's better to just put this one in the top here, let's bottom here. So I think this is a little bit more by rearranging your kind of block diagram, it's a little bit easy to read your program. Okay, and then after that, let's try to run. So now this time is 12 hours 41 minutes and 30 seconds. If you change the time, then you will see the different answer.